All right, it says we are live. We believe we are live. Hanging out with you, a little Sunday night live from Raiderland on YouTube, our YouTube channel only tonight. We'll obviously be posting this if you're watching the replay. You already know it. They're at theraiderland.com. Hopefully, you guys jumped in today, caught our column 5 things we know on a Sunday. And let me assure you, if you haven't read it, the fish, the fish was already dead. By the time my dad threw the fish, well, go read the story, all right? That's what we got going up tonight on theraiderland.com. 5 things we know on a Sunday. Glad you guys are hanging out with us. We're going to just recap a little bit from over the weekend. The best way for you guys to get in, you can type your messages there on the YouTube channel if you so choose to do that. We just appreciate it if you want to go and do that tonight. You guys can also get us on the United Supermarkets text line, which is very easy to do as well at 806 772 0197. It says it right there on your screen. So what do we got tonight? We'll look back over Texas Tech and also a little bit on the Dallas Cowboys, maybe. Are they sucking you in at this point? Are the Dallas Cowboys are you buying what they're selling? They played two teams, obviously, for the first 6 quarters of the season. The Giants were fundamentally offensively challenged. The Jets are fundamentally offensive challenged right now, but the Dallas defense has made them look bad. We're coming to you tonight from the Arctic Air Studios. If your air is not Arctic enough this week, and this may be about the last week of some temperatures around the 90s, for a little while anyway, you need to call the Bear, callthebear.com as we hang out here in the Arctic Air Studios and visit with you on the United Supermarkets text line, 806 772 0197. Recapping the weekend with you. Find out what you're liking, what you're not liking. You can get us on that text line. You can try typing your comments in. We may or may not be able to see them if you're watching and commenting via the YouTube. So if you feel like we're not seeing it, hit us on the text line, 806 772 0197. So we got Texas Tech to look at. We got Dallas Cowboys in the NFL. What we know, what we think we know about the NFL. After 2 weeks, obviously, we still got the Dolphins and the Patriots going on. What I do think we know regarding the Cowboys is, yeah, the defense is what we thought it was. The defense is going to be really good. Micah Parsons, here you go. They're going to be good. But hold up on that their car wash for just a little bit. Just wait just a little bit before you crown them Super Bowl champions. It's still, I think, an offense that is going to sputter at times when it matters. We'll see. We'll see what it looks like at the end of the day. I still have them top 5 in the NFC, and that's pretty good. You take top 5 right now. NFC to me, though, is still it's going to be the San Francisco 49ers. If they can get anything approaching offense consistency, I think they're going to be it. So you can give us your thoughts tonight on the Dallas Cowboys. You buying what they're selling at this point or not? What impressed you the most this weekend in the NFL? What your takeaways are? And then going back to Texas Tech. And by the way, this is going to be a quick sit down every Sunday. I know this first one, we drop it in on you. A lot of people not expecting it and everything. I get it. Truly do. That this is not going to be like an hour-long rewind deal. We'll just hop in on Sundays with you around 8 o'clock, 7 to 8 o'clock, depending on kind of what the tenor of the game is going on in the NFL, and clean up the weekend. So get your comments in, get your thoughts in. Let's go back to Texas Tech real quick. While we were on Rewind last night, Joey McGuire at his press conference basically started off and said, I know what everybody wants to talk about. You guys can ask me all you want about the quarterbacks, but Tyler Shoug's our guy. He's going to be our guy. No change in starting quarterback. Plan all along was do what they did, and that was to play Tyler Shough one series in the second half and then give the ball to Behren Morton. He said as much, I believe, on the TV broadcast. I think that was where we heard him say that last night. I don't know if he said that to Chris Level on radio or not, but you know, he was the one who brought it up. He was the one who addressed it. And a lot of Texas Tech fans tonight are still shaking their heads a little bit saying, really? That there's no competition. There's nothing there. Whether he wants it or not, he's got a quarterback controversy with the fan base. And he can blame folks like me in the media. He can blame social media. He can blame people on Twitter and on Facebook, whatever, and all that stuff for trying to gin up a false controversy. And I suppose he's right in that respect, that internally within the building, there's never been any question day one in the McGuire era. There was no question for the most part in the Wells era that Tyler Shough is QB1. That he's won the job with two different staffs. He's certainly won the job late last spring, and that no matter what you have seen on the field, that there is nothing about the performance that is opening up any idea of making a change at quarterback. Now, I didn't expect one after Oregon. I thought he played okay, not great. Thought he played okay against Wyoming. I thought he played okay against Tarleton, but that's the problem. He didn't give Joey McGuire a ton of ammunition last night to come back to the people who say they want to see more Behren Morton, that Morton looks more decisive. Morton looks more energetic. I think Morton has the better arm. I think Morton can throw all the passes that need to be thrown. So then it becomes a matter of is it decision-making ability that is setting Shough apart? And I think that's okay. It's got to be it, right? That they value the maturity, they value the experience, they value the decision-making, and that everything that they see during the week and what they see on Saturday is backed up by the decision-making process of Tyler Shough. Last week at the Monday press conference, Joe McGuire made it a pointed effort to say, hey, you guys, everybody, fans, and so you follow the ball. You don't see all the other stuff that's going on around the quarterback that can make him look bad. Okay, fair enough. Having to be the parent of offensive lineman, I spent the last 5 years not following the ball and watching the line. I'd like to think some people can do maybe both. And I don't think that was McGuire trying to get a dig or a put down on fans. I think that's legitimately what he was trying to say, is that, maybe some fans aren't seeing everything that goes into it. Okay, that being the case, he's still going to have to understand why there's some frustration in the fan base and not get mad about it, not get upset about it. Don't go Jim Carlin getting all mad at the fans back in the 70s when they wanted Joe Barnes and Charlie, Charlie Napier got booed. Was it Carmichael? I'm trying to remember which quarterback it was. It might have been Carmichael that came in at the goal line. Maybe it wasn't Joe Barnes. Maybe it was Carmichael. Anyways, early 70s, Tech changes out quarterbacks, and there's a huge boo and all sorts of stuff, and Carlin got peeved at it. That doesn't need to be the case right here. And it was going to be an unfair situation against Tarleton State, no matter what. And I mean this from the standpoint of Morton was probably going to come in and look pretty good because he's playing Tarleton State. We'll see what happens next week. 3-point favorites on the opening line for Virginia, West Virginia. We'll talk about that more tomorrow. All right, just a few more minutes left. Hanging out with you guys tonight. The first of our Sunday Night Live weekend recap shows. You can get in on the United Supermarkets text line, 806-772-0197. Might be able to see, since we're only streaming on YouTube channel, your comments. If you post a comment on the YouTube channel, might be able to see that tonight. Go ahead and give it a try if you want to. We use a third-party streaming service in order to be able to hit Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitter all at the same time. So when we're doing that, it's a whole lot easier to use the United Supermarkets text line. So either way, however you want to get your comments in tonight. Your thoughts on the NFL? The Houston Texans, if they ever play up to their uniforms, will be hell on wheels. Man, great uniform combinations, and it's the same thing year in and year out. Colts get after them early. Colts end up hanging on for the win after Richardson gets knocked out. Running quarterbacks will eventually all get knocked out, no matter who they are. It will eventually happen. I hate to see it for the rookie there after he scored 2 touchdowns and gets put in concussion protocol. We've already talked about the Cowboys. The defense is the defense. They're legit. They're really good. Micah Parsons is, I think, the best defensive player in the league. Apologies to fill in the blank defensive lineman and anyone else. I think Micah Parsons is the best. So he gets the fumble today, and he gets up and he's getting ready to rumble. And I'm like, all of a sudden now I want to see him in the backfield as a running back. All of a sudden now I want to see Micah Parsons taking a handoff with some decent blocking and see what it looks like. I need this in my life now. And I continue to applaud the Cowboys for the multiple usages of Parsons, moving him around on the field, lining up in different places, and not just saying, oh, well, he's a rush end or he's an outside linebacker. This is what we're going to do. No, they bring him to bear in the most creative of ways. It's really, really fun to watch. We also see tonight, this afternoon, the what happened to Denver? How do you get out coached by Ron Rivera? How do you get out schemed by that? Jack Del Rio. I mean, what are we doing here? Sean Payton now has lost 2 games by 3 points, I think. I think that's the number since taking over for Denver. It was pretty mouthy in the offseason. Not hearing a lot. Off the United Supermarkets text line 806-772-0197. Is the present Dallas Cowboys 11 better than the past 11? Yes. And by a wide margin. He whose name cannot be said on these shows, in Raiderland, on anything we do. Yeah. It is the greatest 11 in the history of 11s for the Dallas Cowboys. Not even close. Product placement there for my buddies at Shotgun Willie's in Red River, New Mexico. Few more minutes. It's going to be a Sunday night feature. I know it's new and not a lot of people are expecting it. It will be a YouTube-only channel for now. We will post the replay at theraiderland.com later on. But, yeah, I want you guys to, our YouTube friends, to have a little bit of something and just about a 15 to 20-minute get-together on Sunday nights. Whatever it is. You want to talk about the Big 12? The Big 12 did not look that good last night. We don't count Oklahoma and Texas anymore. The Big 12 had some problems. Mike Gundy, going to have some problems. A huge win for Neil Brown. We may have to move Gundy. I had, going into the season, I had Neil Brown first to be fired, Gundy right after that, and Holgorsen after that. I think we may have to go. Gundy now has lapped the field with that loss and the performance so far by Oklahoma State. He's issuing apologies to the fan. I don't think he wants to be a college coach anymore, personally. I think he wants to get fired to get the money. That's what I think. But, yeah, the league just did not look all that yesterday. Thank you, BYU, for a nice win, and West Virginia to make Pitt eat you-know-what. TCU, a workmanlike 36-13 win over now 1-1 Houston. Just the league didn't look good. Not a lot of skins on the wall at this point, and it's going to be problematic going forward. Because now you can say, oh yeah, well the league's going to have a great shot to get somebody in the playoff as long as Texas keeps on winning. Texas is going to gack up games. I have no doubt. Iowa State, how did you only score 7? Oh, we know. All of your players are suspended for gambling now. Don't bet on it, kids. I keep forgetting about UCF, the Black Knights. Golden Knights? Black Knights? I need to learn this. Golden Knights win 48-14. Cincinnati, not good. Miami of Ohio loss. I'm trying to scroll through, and I need a score. What was the final on that? Yeah, 31-24. Kansas avoids an embarrassing loss at Nevada. That's not a good weekend for the league. We'll see what it looks like now as we start to get into conference play and beat up on each other and just not having a whole lot of skins on the wall at this point. All right, last chance, real quick visit. Just wanted to jump in, see where you guys were pulse-wise. We'll have a lot more discussions tomorrow at the Monday press conference for Texas Tech head coach Joey McGuire and the offensive and defensive coordinators be on hand as well out there at Texas Tech. We'll be back with you 6:30 in the evening for the daily broadcast. Check out the website, our column, 5 Things We Know on a Sunday. Get your comments in on that. Tomorrow morning, you can hand out Raiderland helmet stickers. We'll be doing that. That'll be ready for you bright and early in the morning. We'll have another edition of Raiderland Hot Links waiting for you as well. We find cool stuff on the internet. We think you might like it. We put it on there. You can add to it as well. All right, thanks for hanging out. I got some hot wings to eat. Going to finish up doing a little Sunday night cleaning, get ready for a big week in Raiderland. We appreciate you guys being out there.